Alrighty. Hello everybody. Good evening. Morning. Don't ask questions as to whether or not that's correct. I don't know. Hello. Hi. How's everybody doing? Hope everyone's doing well. Good morning. It is 3 a.m. and we're here to, we're ordering Krabby Patties at 3 a.m. And by Krabby Patties, I mean type Null. So, that is the plan for now, for today already. Sleep is for the fucking week. I agree. At least, at night. Right? Exactly. Sleeping is for when the flaming, death orb in the sky is out, and the one that hurts to look at. And so that's when you're supposed to sleep. So, yeah. Why have you summoned the sleeping shark? I didn't summon you. You did. You're the one who clicked the notification bell, didn't you? Oh, man. Okay, so I guess as per usual, let's go ahead and start recording and push a button. Now, I think these are all different. Yep, these are all different windows, so we should be good to go. 4,004 encounters. Yes. I've received a type no. We're going to be seeing this a lot today. A lot. Because we're getting close to odds. Kind of. Not really. Not quite. But kind of. We're getting there. We've got lots of encounters on our belt here. So yeah. Once more around the sun we go. I'm here. Either you'll get it first try or you won't get it at all. That's kind of the thing. Evidently it wasn't first try, so it looks like not at all today, so thanks for that, Shark. Round and around we go. Again. Focusing for the ladder to make Zult. Well, seems we're already there. Hello, Sam, as well. I think I might have already said that, but I'm saying it again. Hi. Boop. How you doing, man? 4096 for the memes. I like this. I like this idea. I like 4096. That sounds good to me. I can handle that. Your suffering brings me pain. I'm sorry? I'm sorry that I'm doing this to you. I don't know how to stop them. You just and hero and I'm all right. Or okay. Well, good. Your suffering fuels me, like G Fuel, which is not what I have in here, but it's effectively the same thing. Just listen to that song, it's on loop. It's a good track. I like it. I like it a lot. If it were, is it like an official? Is it official? / free to use? And / on the spoofy? Because if it's on the spoofy, I'm adding it to the playlist today. It's a good track. I like it. I will literally sit here and do it right now. Official Scape stuff, so it's free to use. Well, it's gonna go in the fucking playlist then. Because we like Scape music. It was titled Not Thumbtacks, that's something else in a different room. No Place Like Home by Yan? I think that's something else. RuneScape? Jagex Audio Team. I assume that is where it would be. Don't know if it's on Spoofy. Well, we're gonna find out today. We're gonna find out like right now because they've got RuneScape 25 years here, which I think is. Let me see if I can I do a little searchy search? I can't do a searchy search through here. Unless can I do a Control F? No. Why can I not search through an album? That's rude. I do see Sea Shanty 2 in here though, that's cool. So I have to... Can I search by... Can I... That one? That doesn't help. Why can't I search, like, order it by... That's annoying. Okay. I'm not seeing it in here, and that is a shame. It might be in a different album, though. Who knows? Regardless, I will find that later, I suppose. Because that's gonna take too long. Can't find it. I have a doctor's appointment in 2 hours. I'm in pain. Well, I hope that works out for the better. I hope that doctor's appointment goes well. So you should stop that. Yeah, that's how that works. It won't? Well, I'm just saying. I might actually go through and add that RuneScape album though to the playlist just because I can. I might just go and do that. The more in I've noticed it feels like there's, despite however many tracks I've got in this playlist, which is a lot of tracks, it does certainly feel like there's been some weird, like, replays every time I open up this fucking, every time I open up my machine. I don't really reset the playlist or anything, but I've noticed that it's pretty consistent playing the same songs over and over and over again sometimes. Gets really weird about that. It's like, the shuffle is like, I can't tell if it's actually truly randomized or it really is just like smart shuffle light, basically. Like, oh, you like these songs, so we will play these songs more. Is Spotify Swedish? That would explain a lot. Who owns Spotify? Oh, fuck, it is Swedish. God damn it. Oh. My disappointment is immeasurable. My day is ruined. I have a burning hate for Spotify. It's shit IMO. Well, I don't disagree, but it is just convenient. but it is also apparently Swedish, and now I have a problem. I'm morally conflicted now. YouTube Music is better, but sure. But does YouTube Music have a easy little? I'm sure they do have like a nice little application I could just use, and it would probably be good if I actually just, instead of doing like spoofy stuff, it would probably just be better to do YouTube Premium stuff. But like, I don't know. I don't know. Plus, if you get Premium, you can get YouTube Premium for free. Well, there you go. There you go. No, I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, the reason I do Spotify is just because of how convenient it is for me, and it's just, I've had a long-standing, you know, account with them for, God, I think over a decade now, probably since like 2014. So it's just, eh. I tell you what though, like, I am fucking irritated with, I'm irritated not with Spotify, but people like removing their shit off of Spotify, because like recently, this is like a year and a half ago now, King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard basically removed all of their music off of Spotify because someone in like one of the CEOs or whatever of the guy who owns Spotify basically started funding some sort of like military like arms manufacturer like out in like Germany or something, and they're like, oh my gosh, how horrible this is. You're supporting, you know, arms manufacturers that leads to things that kill people, and so we're removing our music off of Spotify. And I'm like, shut up. Who gives a fuck about, like, who cares? Like, it's like, are we, like, every single platform that you can put things in is like, the people who owns these platforms are all gonna have their fingers in all the other little pies, so to speak. And yeah, and Google does that. Yep. Exactly. But I have to imagine there was something else going on at the time where they were like, this is a convenient excuse. And it was probably just like, yeah. There's probably just the convenient excuse to like, because they weren't getting paid well enough or something off of Spotify, which, you know, to be fair, Spotify does like fucking not pay you for your music on Spoofy. Like, they do not pay you. At least not very much. So it's like, okay. Yeah. I still love the idea of taking one of their posters or like the announcement, like the art they used for a like a tour. I really loved one of them because it was like a little alligator in a wizard robe bursting out of an egg, like in the midair. And it's so cartoonish. It's so easy to just turn it into a Totodile. It'd be so easy. I've always wanted to use that as like a channel background or something, you know, like channel art. But I'm lazy. And that sounds like a lot of effort. You still need to do Monster Hunter stories. I sure do. There's a long list, and, you know, I'm getting increasingly less interested in it the longer my lists of things I need to do, like, gets. Like, that costs money. And there's also a ton of stuff I still need to play. So I don't know. I'm like, eh. then clear the list out. I'd like to, but Pokemon has forced my hand. I don't have time to fucking dick around much for the next 6 months here. I said I'd buy it for you, you bum. No. And also, I'm stubborn. The more you push me to do something, the more I don't want to. Though I'm reconsidering it, they kind of screwed over Story 3. Well, that sounds awful. And just for that, I'm buying it for it. Don't you fucking dare. Don't be weird. Don't be weird about it. I haven't pushed you, I asked 4 times this year. That's not how ADHD brain works, okay? I'm not one to use I'm not one to use that as my excuse very often, but that's just not how it works. Things that happened yesterday were 5 minutes ago, and things that happened 6 months ago was 20 seconds ago. It's like once every 20 streams. I am preparing to do this hunt alongside Poiple. Hope you get it. I hope I get it too. I'm very thankful. This is I've already done. I got really lucky with one type null already, and I've already gotten both Poiples. I'm very, very thankful for that one. I'm still need to do Partner Cat Pikachu, so I'm not looking forward to that one. That one might honestly be off stream just because of how, you know. No, Shark, don't do that. Not in my house. You brought this on the show. No. Control yourself. But yeah, this one's taking a hot minute. You gonna do Surfing Pikachu as well? Probably not. Is there a Surfing Pikachu that we can hunt? Because, like, I know you can kind of just teach Pikachu Surf, I think, in certain games. Doesn't Pikachu just learn Surf in Scarlet and Violet? Like, I know there's the novelty of getting, like, a Surfing Pikachu in these games, so you can evolve it into, you know, so you can evolve it into Lowland Raichu, and there's a novelty to that, but it's like, other than the exclusive move, I don't think there's, like... If it just learns it via TM in Scarlet and Violet, I don't think there's anything too crazy about that one to me, personally. I need to get the hat one, but I need to get all the hat ones. Did you hear about the FNAF restaurant? There was a FNAF restaurant? Why? Ugh. Yeah, you have to hit the Mantine record on all of them to teach Surf. Oh, okay. Okay. I'm reading chat so much I'm getting distracted. Okay, so we did not hit the button yet. Next year, the legit Five Nights at Freddy's in a mall. Well, that sounds like a legitimate, like, Chuck E. Cheese style fucking restaurant. Without the murder? That... yeah. Huh. But Chuck E. Cheese already exists. Let's see, it's given to you, a Pikachu with Surf. Okay. I don't think I've ever done the, like, every record, but I really enjoyed Mantine surfing. In the most recent playthrough I did of Ultra Sun and Moon, actually we did it on stream, I was really into it. I was really into the surfing. There will be murder. You underestimate the FNAF fans' authenticity. I would never. I don't like where my brain went. I don't like where my brain yet went. Because I know what FNAF fans... They're like... FNAF fans, no disrespect. I don't mean you. If anyone's a FNAF fan in the chat here, or anyone watching this, I don't necessarily, like, mean you if you are. So I mean no disrespect to you. But FNAF fans are, like, a step away. Like, in some cases, they are absolutely a step away from, like, full-on fursuit furries. And if there's a real-life Five Nights at Freddy's location, I am terrified that somebody's gonna try and fucking yiff in the suits. That's what I'm worried about. That's what I'm worried about. Yeah, with Chica. Yeah, there you go. Oh dear God. $4.96 was not the ticket, unfortunately. $40.96, I should say. I wanted to do more mini games like Mantine Surfing. I agree. I would love why didn't that come back? Even in Sword and Shield, why didn't Mantine Surfing come back? I think Mantine were in the game. Why didn't this come back? And now, admittedly, you know, there's not really it's not really like feasible. It's not really like it wasn't necessarily feasible, I guess, with Sword and Shield because like Galar wasn't really all that like it was kind of like inland throughout the whole game. There were some spots like on at that ports and stuff, but so it wasn't really like. And it was cold. It was kind of lame. Ugh. So here's the crazy thing: if they want to do the coolest fucking thing ever, now this is gonna be Hopium and Copium, and this isn't happening. But the craziest and coolest thing ever would be Pokemon Winds and Waves, because it's gonna be like all these like different, it's an archipelago from what I understand. Bring us Mantine Surfing and Winds and Waves. Bring it back. Everyone will love it. Make it a little more robust. And don't just do Mantine Surfing like in little obstacle courses. Sure, we can do that. But give us the ride Pokemon of like we're actually riding the Mantine like properly. Make it our Surfmon. We don't need Surf because we can just, run around and swim or whatever. But if we need to go fast, instead of riding a stupid bike with inflatable wheels to go over water, or our motorcycle that drives on the water, which was whatever. I actually kind of like that, to be honest. I'm still kind of vibing with Sun and Moon, not Sun and Moon, sorry, Scarlet and Violet. I'm still vibing with that concept for the ride Pokemon there. But like, we haven't left the ride Pokemon stage ever since Sun and Moon. We haven't. It's been either Rotom as a Rotom bike, or it's been whatever else, Miraidon, Koraidon, and unfortunately not, what was the modern day version of it that was a little dragon, the normal dragon, with the little, that would run around. I'm already blanking on this thing's name, but you know what I'm talking about. Also, hello, Arms. Welcome. Welcome back. Yeah. I don't know. I would like to see English. Yeah. What the fuck is this thing? It's what was it goddamn called? Cyclizard. There we go. There we go. That thing. That really underutilized thing. That thing really should have... They should have done more with Koraidon and Miraidon and Cyclizar. They really should have done more with that. I hope they can explore that again in the future. Yeah. Because it's just kind of there. It has, like, no frill, you know? It literally doesn't have the frills anymore, actually, now that I think about it. I like it. I like Cyclizard, but... And I'm probably saying it wrong, and I really don't care. But, like... Yeah, he should have evolved into a modern version of the two. Yeah, absolutely. I think he either should have evolved, or he should have evolved... It should have been like a... He should have been our normal ride Pokemon, just like everybody else. But ours will be special in that we unlock a genetic memory from the past or from, you know, an augmentation from the future or something at some point. They should have absolutely gone with a fucking Nebby situation and done like a 3-stage Evo. It would have been really, really, really cool. It would have been cool. My thoughts is we just get a unique form. It's missing a third legendary. It kind of isn't. So it does kind of have the third legendary. We've got Terapagos. So I guess technically speaking, I guess that would be the you know, the third one. Like it's about like it's like the third legendary in the same way that Eternatus is the third legendary for, you know, for whatever the fuck the other ones for Gallard were. That's not the third legendary, you bum. I mean, it has like no correlation. It's from Area Zero. It's basically how that whole thing was, you know, it's how Area Zero basically like exists. It's like the power source of it all, isn't it? Now, I will say, it is sort of a, not quite a retcon, but more so almost like a, I don't know how to explain it. It is kind of a retcon in the way that they explained it all. So but like, it's like, it's the reason Area Zero is all weird, because Area Zero was basically like some sort of like impact site or something. And it was either the source of the impact or the thing that stopped the impact, if I'm not mistaken, if I remember my lore. And, I mean, I suppose, like, if you kind of want to get technical, like, I mean, and so I would say that Terapagos is definitely, it is the, I would even go so far as to say Terapagos is, like, the actual, like, it is the real legendary of the game, like, Koraidon and Miraidon. I wouldn't necessarily call them the legendary of the game. Sure, they're the box arts, but I don't think I would consider them legendaries. I think Terapagos is. I think it really is that's the big thing. I don't know. I don't really. It's just they're I don't know how to put it. They're just not really. They don't have the same gravitas. And I think part of that is because of, I think it's partly because of their size. And I think partly it's because we spend the entire game with them like that from the very beginning of the game. They don't do like what we said before, like what I said before, where it was Cyclizard and then another thing, and then into Koraidon or Miraidon the whole game. Like that would have been a big step up in terms of their gravitas. There are other presents. I don't know. It's like you also had Ogerpon as well. That was kind of like its own little thing, like Ogerpon with the other. Is it 3 or was it 4? Like little assholes. Like you had that. You had Ogerpon, and then you had like the other assholes, basically, like more than anything. And they were kind of their own little thing. They were their own little side story. Like Kitakami really does feel like it feels like the side story, like it's like the 0.5 chapter of a manga that kind of like was actually mildly important to give you context for the next chapter. So it was like, it was still a half chapter, but it was like or I guess it would have been like a side story, I guess, in and of itself, but like, yeah, the Toxic Chain Trio, and then Pecharunt. Yeah, that's true. There's also fucking Pecharunt. Weird ass thing. Which we still have no shiny for, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think they ever released a shiny. And thinking about it now, something I haven't checked. I've been seeing some people like doing some like raid hunts in Scarlet and Violet, and or not even hunts, but like doing like some like 7-star raids, and I'm like, they're still doing stuff for Scarlet and Violet, so I actually should look up Pokemon SV. What was the they're not hordes, but they were, what was the thing in SV? Outbreaks. Mass outbreak events. Have they done any? They've been, oh, you are gotta be fucking shitting me. They've been doing mass outbreaks again? Dog, oh my god, I missed Whitefin, Basculin, and Feebas. Oh, that hurts so fucking much. Slowpoke 2. But they've got Glimmet and Glamora right now. Oh man, okay. And up to until, it says global until August 20th, so I'm assuming that means they might still be around? Oh man, I haven't done anything in Scarlet and Violet. I've been avoiding it because I don't want to. Man. And nobody was playing these. Nobody was doing anything with them, so I completely missed out. There was nobody talking about this. At least no one I could see. God, I'm actually really mad about Feebas and Whitefin Basculin. I'm really, really mad about missing that. If it's relative to Japan time, then probably not. It could be. And their Casseroya Lake outbreaks too. Oof. Wait, hold on. Mankey and Primate and Paldea. Mankey, Primate, and Annihilate, and Kikami with increased chance of having an anchor mark. Let's see. Mass Outbreak focuses on Glimmet and Glamor. You know what? Oh, I actually don't even have the game, like, on. Like right now. Hold on. Okay. I'll look at that later. Do you agree that we haven't had legendaries with real ores since the games you're playing? Even maybe, I don't know. I don't know. Man, that Feebas and Basculin thing really, really, really stings. I won't lie. I'm really, really upset. Those two in particular, like, okay, Psyduck and Slowpoke, whatever, I don't care. Like, fine, I can hunt them in any other place, any other time, it's not that big of a deal, you know, especially, you know, later on. But Feebas and Basculin are just such an actual, like, bro, they're so annoying to try and hunt in Kitakami. They are so awful. Don't they with these events? Or maybe they don't. I don't know. I'll have to check later. I might go and hunt some Glimmet and Glimora on my own time. And nobody said anything. Nobody fucking told me. Whether it be random YouTube men on the internets or anybody in here. Nobody fucking told me. Nobody knew. I'm mad. It's all your fault. I blame you, Shark. I missed Feebas because of you. I will never emotionally recover from this. There it is. There it is. We got it. We got it. Oh my god, we got it. 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 Okay. Okay, Shark, I forgive you. Oh my god, Shark, I forgive you. Shark, I forgive you. I need to figure out. Only got it because Adela was here? No, fair. Hi, Della, long time no see. Oh my god, 4180. Okay, not bad. Something doesn't go horribly wrong by doing a little. Let me do this real fast. Hey, look, a save state. Cool, we love save states. And we're gonna go ahead and swap to this screen. And then we're just gonna start closing down the emulators. And I have that save state in case anything crashes. That looks like the correct one. Okay. Woo. Yeah, nice to see the ARC project still lives. It does. It does. It was definitely on hiatus. I didn't want to come back until I had gotten my gotten the console up and running, but Pokemon Bank closing has sort of forced my hand. I've done a few of these, like, on and off in between. Playing on an emulator? Well, yes. On my perfectly legitimate save file of the game, though. So Nintendo can eat my entire ass. I think I screenshotted this, actually. Wait, what's closing? Pokemon Bank. So officially, like, we knew kind of Pokemon Bank was kind of getting phased out for a while, but they announced, like, last week that Pokemon Bank is being officially shut down totally in February 25th at, like, 7 o'clock Pacific time in 2027. So if you've got any Pokemon on Pokemon Bank, get them out, send them up to home. If you've got anything in the older games, get them into Bank, send them up to home. They're basically just gonna delete. They're just gonna shut it down and delete your shit if you don't. So, all right. Uber lame. I agree, because there's no other option. They're basically just going to re-release everything. Okay, so we have a nickname. We have a nickname for our type null. So we have to figure out what the fuck the nickname's gonna be. I don't remember what it was yesterday. Let me pull up my stream from yesterday. And let me pull up the live chat. Because there was some names in here. Oh, thought you meant home, never used bank. No, fair enough then. Fair enough. Let's see here. We got... Let's see. It was a name that I saw in here before that I really, really liked. From the last stream. And I can't remember. Sam did it. That's all I know. Just skimming through my chat replay here. What did I do? What was the name that you threw out that was like a rough translation from cuneiform? I really liked that one. I can't remember it off the top of my head. Lunaname, that's what it was. That's what it was. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. Lowercase, please. I'm gonna go with this one. I feel like the Y makes it look like namey, you know? Terabyte seems cooler than terabyte. I do like that as well. I might go after the old type null as well. But this is I also need to make sure. Hold on, I actually need to pull up my immutator. Make sure this is the top screen. I need to make sure I've got the where's the tool? Control P. We got a screenshot. That should have screenshotted. I'm gonna double check, make sure we're all good there. Sure is, there we go. Cool. Tom of Hawk. Oh, I'll also entrust you with all the memory drives needed to change the type of type null's evolution, the Pokemon Silvally. You've obtained a whole stack of memory drives. I'm really glad they didn't go through the whole thing of like, you got the water one, the fire one, the electric one, and the whole thing. Oh, 4180. For training? I have no idea. Nor do I really care about Gladion or whatever he did. Lunaname, transposing from ancient Sumerian cuneiform, meaning nothing and null. Right. Right. I remember I remembered that part. I just couldn't remember the actual name itself. I got a big Molisada. Well. Looks like some sort of ancient creature. Well, it is absolutely a chimera. That, you know, it's all right. It's all right. Let's go ahead and let me. First of all, before we do anything silly, we're going to save our goddamn game. We've got the save state though, so we're okay there. But we're gonna save our game. We love saving our game. That's one of the coolest things that you can do is save your game. Everybody loves saving their game. And this, I believe, is my PC. Okay, so we got Serrano, you got you. Okay, so I'm fairly certain I think I still have my type null in my copy of Ultrasum. A chimera based off of God. Yeah, basically. It's an attempt to it's basically an artificial, like a recreation of Arceus, trying to basically not quite clone him, but do it again. Literally playing God. To create God. Because that always works out for the better. I don't think I can open up a second instance of like my game like while this is still open, so we'll basically just have to do, I'm just gonna make sure we got this saved. Alright, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to stop the emulation. We'll have to, I didn't mean to open that. I'm gonna open it up on the, don't pay attention, pay no attention to the man in the magic hat. You almost said it wrong? Not quite. I say it how I fucking want. I kind of go in between Arceus, and Arceus and Arceus. I don't remember what the fuck I said anymore. But I think this is, yeah, that's Jericho. Okay, so we got Jericho and then we've got the other one. Okay, cool. Cool. So this means, what this means right here is that we can go ahead and stop this. We go ahead and launch this again. Because we get to do something real fucking cool. Arcus? I said no such thing. I don't even know what that means. I think I was in the middle of trying to say Arceus and then stop myself. Because I kind of go back and forth, because, I don't know. I ended up correcting myself. But, I think, if I remember correctly, it's friendship-based, right? We're going to evolve this thing. We're going to go ahead and evolve it. And I believe it's friendship-based, which means we need baddies. Makes it more friendly. We got a bunch of grappas. Grab. Grab. More friendly. More friendly. More friendly. Just keep getting friendly. I don't care about its special defense. I have no idea how many I need to feed this thing. I will sit here and feed it like 20 of them. I believe that we have rare. Think we have a rare candy in here? I might not. Oh God. We may not have a rare candy. Yeah, what's special defense? Yeah. So how do I level them up instantly? Can I buy a rare candy from somewhere? I don't think we can we? Oh God, I forgot how annoying that is in the early games here. I'm so used to being... I'm also not in the right spot. See, Acadian words for nothing, Null would be Mimala. Mimala, okay. If you need another one for type Null. Apparently I named the old one Jericho, and I kinda like that one. I really like that one. The other one here. The only thing I can think of is if I were to go to another... Like, I think the best way to do it would be to get it like some sort of like SOS encounter with a Clefairy or a Chansey or something in here, but that would mean I'd have to kind of try and walk past the stack attackers. And I need to evolve this thing. I need to do it this stream. It has to happen. Can I buy them from the vendors here? I can't remember. This will be interesting to try and cut up in post with the recording here. Got the beach. The bitch. Okay, you can't buy anything here. Okay. One level isn't that hard. It is level 60 though, and there's not a lot of things I can actually like, you know, actually make that, you know, happen quickly. Why don't I have a rare candy? That is actually kind of annoying. What are my sources for rare candies in this game? Rare candy in Ultra Sun. It's a pickup item. Cafe gift, Vast Pony Canyon, Royal Avenue, Po Town, Mount Lanakila, Lush Jungle, Hea City. Where can I find one in Hea? Where? Rare candy. Whereabouts? From Woman Outside Apparel Shop. Just go to the Victory Road. I forgot that's a place here, to be honest with you. And I'm so used to hitting, like, actually, like, trying to hit fly here. Alright, let's hit up on Akala. I think it's Hea, right? Yeah, right here. I probably got this already. But if it isn't, if it doesn't work out, then I'll go to Victory Road. Woman outside of apparel shop. That doesn't seem to exist today. Maybe I already got it and used it. If you had gone to Victory Road, you could have leveled up by now. Shut up. Leave me be. We don't need to be the most efficient, you know, thing possible. It's fine. It's fine. We're all good here. All right. Let's see if we can make this happen. Actually, first of all, what's leading? Yeah, Trevenant will be fine. It's level 100 anyway. Get into the... Oh, it's Schneasel. Anyway. Yeah, level 51. Okay. What does that do for XP? So how many will I need? That's a lot. That's gonna be a lot. And Glalie is going to have a little bit more. That's good. This thing could also explode. Also, not very much XP. Levels get higher a bit further in. I mean, I am at the very top. I would have imagined it would have been, like, the highest level here. But it's possible you're right. Inside the cave would probably be a good spot here. Sorry, just got a DM from a friend. Just got a DM. Just got a DM from my friend from Polly, and it's two still images of a man holding what looks to be some kind of maybe shotgun, I don't know, right up against a Furby on a table. And the second image is the Furby flying off. Oh, that's funny. I didn't expect that today. Let's see. Looking at Bulbapedia, it's only the partner capped Pikachu that has a shiny. All other capped ones don't. Yes, that is true. And the only reason partner cap has one is because it's, you know, it's bugged. But it has one, and it is transferable. And oh my god, this is slow. This sucks. I hate this. Alright, is there another spot? Yeah. Probably would have found it here already if it was already here. Oh, wait, hold on. Again, I'm going into the party to try and fly. Is this where I think it is? Nope. It would be here, Royal Avenue. Let's try this. There might still be a rare candy thing here. I'm honestly... At the end of the day, it also would have been faster for me to, let's see, Stoutland. Isn't there a thing here? Oh, it's over here. Hold on. I apparently can't clear that gap. Okay, because that makes sense. I dropped a protein? This game is so full of fucking weird events like this. Okay. I thought there was a thing with Stoutland here for a sec. There's the rare candy. Okay. Now we can actually evolve our dude. Once I get to the right menu. Oh my god, menus. There we go. I really hope that worked. There we go. I should have turned on the music for this. I still can. Actually, wait, it's not controlled in game. Hold on. No. Shut up. Wait for it. Look at it! It's so cool! Look at you. Look at you. Tools. Capture a goddamn screenshot. That's so cool. It's so cool. Wants to learn multi-attack. Sure, let's forget a move. We like that. We like multi-attack. What's multi-attack? Well, let's just get rid of metal sound. It's okay. We don't need metal sound. All right. Well, that is gonna do it for our type null hunting. We're still gonna keep going. We're gonna move on to the next thing. The next thing will be Stack Attacka. But that one's gonna be kind of interesting because we can just we don't have to soft reset. We can literally just run away and re-encounter and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, that's type null. And Silvally. That's Ludoname. So cool. So cool. And that was awesome. And we're just gonna immediately bench it. We're just gonna immediately bench it, which is kind of lame, but I mean, we don't want to do anything we don't want, we gotta be careful. We gotta immediately bench you. Stack Attack is such a cool name. I know! And it's even cooler because it's literally just a stack of bricks. And I love it. We'll probably, what we'll do is I'm gonna leave the music on for a little bit here, and then we'll probably just go and... In fact, actually, you know what this means? This means that I can basically... I can delete this. That's gonna go. It's been so long since I've actually done this. Oh shit. Okay. Shiny Hunting Thumbs, Pokemon Stream stuff? Or is it? No, wait, hold on. Oh yeah, it'd be in 3D. Okay, cool. My mouse is doing funny things right now, and I'm not happy. Where is Stack Attacka? Is it? No, it's in here. But where? Why would it not be in here? Do I not have like a 3D GIF of Stack Attack? No, there it is. Okay, no, we're good. It was after all the Alolan forms and stuff. Okay, that's good. But we... Look at this fucker. This is what we'll be after next here. Stakataka would indeed be affected by the charm. Correct. He absolutely will be. Just gonna make him quite small here. About like that size. Yeah, that looks good to me. And then we can go ahead and we need to make a new counter for him anyway. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and let's make a new one. Name, Stakataka. File, we need a new file. New text file. Taka. Taka. That one. Oh, there. Count increments of 1. That should be good. We could either get this insanely quickly, or we could get this, you know, as per usual. It could just take a million years, but the charm does affect it. It should be fine. We should be good. But yeah, that looks ready to go. That one officially. Properties. Read that. And so currently, it is set to 0. Staka, I barely attack her. Exactly. Exactly. Am I right? Am I right? Okay, so. Let's go ahead and head out to, and one day I will learn that this game uses Charizard to fly from a different menu, and it's not necessarily in your inventory. One day I will learn. One day I will learn. I should, before I continue on somewhere, I should go and heal, actually. I need to make sure I'm actually, like, I am prepared. Rested and prepared. Because I think I'm probably going to need all of the attacks I can get, and all of the HP, and all of the things that I can get from Smeargle and Trevenant here. We're going to need to do some silly business. Because this thing has an unbelievable physical defense stat. I think it's like 210 or something like that. Something stupid. That thing has a Lepa Berry, so we should be good to go. Actually, we can just fly to where we need to go. We're around here. We can turn the music on in a little bit here. We'll turn our music back, like our regular music back on in a little bit once we kind of... once we get things rolling. Okay, so we do have some music here. We do have the correct thing, so we should be good to go. If I just run around. Okay. I'm wondering how much faster it would be. Like, how fast is it? Also, I forgot to start recording again. Okay. But how fast is it to run away? And how fast is it versus, like, letting the full animation play out and then, like, or, you know, resetting? That's the question. How much faster is it to reset like this? I don't think it's actually that much faster. I mean, you know, okay, so it's a little faster. It will definitely add up over time. Yeah, okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the resets. It's gonna be kind of lame. We'll set the regular music back on here in a second. We'll actually just go back in here and I will mute the emulator once more. Yeet, and we'll get our music back rolling here. And then we'll continue on with our resets here. What I will do, however, is I do need to find ourselves a nice little spot here, like in the middle of, like, probably like this grass, and then save. We're gonna save right here. So that way we can kind of just do this. That's not the stack attack I was looking for. Pause. That's the only downside of this hunt right now, is that it can't really tell. Sometimes you don't get it, and then sometimes you do. So, I'm gonna have to be a little bit more careful with the counter. Yeah. This could honestly be, you know, this wouldn't be so bad. This isn't going to be so bad. It's going to be a little jarring, though, to constantly have to reset like this, though. It's like, it would be better for the stream itself to, just manually run away so that it wouldn't be so drastic with the flashing lights. But, I don't know, it's not as fast. So it's kind of lame. Yeah, it's just a fucking Trumbeak, who cares? I know she evolves to getting weirdly stacked, but that's not stack attack. I know! That was a fucking bird, too! Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here, Batman? I've seen it happen before, actually. I've seen it happen before where someone reset too fast and when they realized they got the shiny on hunting Stack Attacker. What's been my luckiest shiny so far? I definitely haven't gotten a, you know, first encounter shiny situation yet, but we did. That's also a Riolu. I hate this sometimes. I was premature with the boot. I got really lucky when trying to test out the 4x4 layout for the, you know, when I first, like, put it together. And I was just testing it out off stream, like a little bit after the stream ended. And got Poipole, but that Poipole was also, like, hundreds, if not more, you know, encounters in the making ahead. We got 396, I think, with type Null the first time, so we got that basically in one stream. That was pretty cool. I don't think we've gotten anything like that fast, though. Like, as far as, like, soft reset and count, like, you know, hunts go, it's basically been, you know, pretty tame. There hasn't been anything like a first encounter shiny, like, for me. mean, I guess I could also kind of like go back in and look at my death counter as well. We can absolutely just go look at that real fast. We can go take a look. Let's see, we had Registeel at 3650. We have, it looks like, Regirock already at 651, but we didn't get the Regirock, nor did we get Lugia, nor Dracovish. We did get the Vespiquen at 540, but that was in a different game over several days. Poipole was at 1205, and then Poipole 2 was 3932. Type Null 1 was 392. Type Null 2 was 4180, because of course it was. Mesprit was almost 2,000 encounters. I have no idea what Tornadus and Thunderous were, because it's a little off. I'll have to double check some of my notes. Virizion was 3751, Jesus. I'm hoping for Stakataka in under 100. That's what I would like to see today. Oh, that answers my question about Type Null. Yeah. If I get it, if I get the Stakataka today, then we get to redo our thumbnail. I think I'm gonna start doing like funny like meme thumbnails like this again, because like sure it takes a little bit more effort, but like I don't know, that felt like it had the magic to it. That felt like why it happened today. Like, oh boy, 3 a.m. I just got the timestamp for the video with the Furby eradication. Expect that clip soon. So, the fun thing about Ultra Beasts like Stakataka and what have you is that they have a very special special relationship with Pokeballs, in that you don't catch them with a regular Pokeball. And actually, you can catch them with a regular Pokeball. I had better fucking double check something. I have got to double check whether or not I have Beast Balls. Also need to make sure these are all gone. Slowly, 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 slowly. We have 47 Beast Balls. I feel like I need to go buy more. You know? I think we'll be fine with 47. I mean, I also have a shitload of luxury balls, so we should be fine. Like, we've got 545, so at the end of the day, we will get it. The reason why I'm kind of like, so beast balls, basically they're specifically designed to catch ultra beasts because, like, in universe, well, sort of extra universe in this game, basically, is that they're meant to, like, they vibrate at like a different frequency or something like that. So basically Pokeballs, regular Pokeballs don't work on as well on them. You can use them, it's just the catch rate is dramatically lower for even a regular Pokeball. With a Beast Ball, it's much higher for Ultra Beasts and much lower for everything else. So it's going to be one of those situations. I think with 47 will be fine, especially for Stack Attack, like once it's all like said and done here. I think we'll be fine. I'll have them like asleep and all that shit. And I also need to like, if I'm you know what's also kind of crazy is that I'm pretty certain, actually, I have no idea what level these things are. I should this is something worth noting. Their level kind of is an important deal here because I need to look up Stack Attacka. Need to look up Stack Attacka. You are level 60. Okay, so we are very safe right now. So when at level 61 is when it learns Double Edge, which means it could then kill itself with recoil. But because it's at level 60, it should only have Iron Defense, Iron Head, Rock Blast, and Wide Guard. So we should be good to go. It's gonna be really, really painful to try and whittle it down with False Swipe, but it'll be worth it. That's not a Stack Attacka, that's a Heracross. Yeah, Cass, I've shamed my family. I should go see what that item is. What is it? Oh, it's just a potion. Okay, whatever, who cares? Also, I should edit the stream. I should edit the stream title. There we go, just got it. Just, there we go. Something I could have done later, it just, I don't know. Me. That's a fucking bird. That is the incorrect item on the agenda. It's still a bird. I hate this. I hate that it's not guaranteed in this area. That is really obnoxious. I don't know why it isn't. What are we doing? Brick. Also, I suppose this is where I should, like, at some point, like, when we got it, I should have been like hey, like, subscribe. I should have done that, but, oh well, too late now. Yeah, this is gonna be a, I don't know. This is gonna be kind of a boring one, I think. ¿Dónde está? Yeah. This is gonna be a fairly boring one. It's gonna be a lot of, you know, a little bit more movement on the screen, though, at least. It would probably just be faster to reset the moment I see a Buneary. Eh. Can't even Spanish for a joke? Me either, bro. Like, as far as I've got is, like, mi amo porque. That's all I got. Like, I know less Spanish now than I did going into my second year of Spanish. Funny what happens when you basically have a teacher that doesn't like you and also basically gave up because it doesn't like anybody, and he was retiring after that year as well. So you kind of just... We were basically just watching telenovelas the whole year. In between him making the attempt to look like he's teaching. He wasn't. Now, that said, I was also stuck in a class with, like, I was stuck in a class in high school with just, like, some of the worst people at the time. I don't know, maybe they're, like, you know, upstanding, you know, people now, but, like, man, they sucked then. They were assholes. No. No, Buneary. No. My French teacher pretty much just threw French movies in front of us because she was unhealthy as fuck. One time an ambulance had to wheel her out. Jesus. Damn. That's actually kind of awful. Yeah, in retrospect, though, I really should have taken French. That would have been way more interesting, way more fun. I probably would have actually learned something. Oh well. That's not a fucking stack attacker. I'm leaving the counter up. Okay, so that's 43. By unhealthy, I meant obese. I figured. Come on, under 100, come on. Please. Please. It would be the most legendary thing, Stack Attacker. I have so many other Ultra Beasts to hunt too, man. Come on. I kind of do want to get them in the luxury balls, but at the same time, like, them being in the Beast Ball is just fitting. She also wasn't young, probably 40s or 50s. Yeah, that. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Come on, Stack Attacker. Do the funniest shit ever. Do it under 50. Do the thing. Do it on 69. That would be the funniest thing. Come on. I'm bargaining. Because I think this might already be somewhat, like, I don't know if this is going to be worse than a regular soft reset hunt or not, because this is sort of... I didn't mean to do that. I don't know. I can already feel my sanity slipping just doing this for a long time. Could also just be, you know, riding the high of everything else, but like, God. Just went to the point that she couldn't teach, which is a bit shit because she was an okay teacher. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Like, mine was just... So basically what happened for me was my first year of high school, I basically had an Italian teacher. And then way too late, you know, basically like 2 weeks before the start of the next school year, he basically quit because he got a better position somewhere else and just didn't, you know, give anybody any real heads up when he did that. So he was just like, fuck you guys, I'm out of here. And so they had to basically put everyone on that track to basically put them into either French or Spanish. So I'm like, okay, I guess Spanish will be practical. Terrible mistake. Because even if it was practical, it was fucking soul crushing. And so, you know, the first year was fine for Spanish. It was all right, whatever. And, you know, had a hippy-dippy teacher, which was weird in a lot of ways. Stuff I don't want to say, like, you know, on here. But then the second year comes around, and I'm like, I'm already on this track, right? And they want you to do like 1 or 2 years of it, like consecutively, I think, of a language, but I'm not too sure on that. I might have only needed to do like the 2 years, and I could have had basically like a free elective to work with then. Anyway, the second year Spanish comes in, and I'm basically stuck with I'm basically stuck with a bunch of little shitheads, you know, at the time, little shitheads, and a teacher who was giving up because he was annoyed by the class, and he's like, I'm retiring this year, I don't have to care. Fuck it. And so it just kind of turned into watching telenovelas or using YouTube to teach me Spanish. And it was genuinely boring. Like, I think that was my junior year, so my 3rd year out of 4. Yeah, I think it was 3rd year. That year I spent sleeping. I'm gonna be honest. I slept through almost every class that year. Hi, Zorark. You're cool. But yeah, I slept through practically like every class that year. I was not, you want to talk about unhealthy, I was not super healthy. But yeah, but Spanish was sleep class, so was chemistry, so was first period. Every class was sleep class, to be honest. I like... Remember how moved up a set in science, set being classes based on how good you were at a subject, and the teacher in the top set was just awful. Ew. Ew. No. I don't want it, Buneary. I don't want it. Don't need it. Like, if they're shiny, I'm not mad, but like, they're never shiny. Damn it! Go away, beak. Nyeh. What is, where did all of my bricks go? I pressed the wrong button. When I mean awful, I mean she was the personification of blonde shit. What? Man, it's people like that that I'm... it's people like that that I always wonder how they actually wind up in positions like that. Just like... How did you wind up there? How did you do this? Just fuck off, Heracross. My secondary school is pretty much just one giant question of how the fuck half those teachers got hired. I had some really, really great teachers. I had some really, really great ones, and there was one that, you know, in my senior year, actually, it was another one that was retiring after that year, and so he kind of was just like, I don't give a shit, you know, in like the best way possible, in that he was... and I was lucky too, because I had him for math, for my math class and my physics class. So basically, I got him doubled up there. Like, I got him like every day, because it was, you know, periods were divided into like A and B days, basically. So I got really lucky in that regard, and he was awesome. Awesome. And basically, he kind of just like... He didn't really care as long as you passed, You know, as long as you were doing well, he didn't really care whether or not you were like on your phone or whatever, you know, or asleep. As long as you got your work done and you were doing well in your grades, he's like, as long as you're not bothering my class while I'm trying to teach, I don't care. Like, go look at your phone, go take a nap, whatever. I don't care. He was awesome. Awesome. It's how I watched like the first 13 episodes of the Pokemon Sun and Moon anime. I was watching it on my phone on Netflix in the class because I finished all my shit. That's probably like the only teacher that I can think of that was genuinely like, that actually sort of like felt like he kind of cared, A, about his job and sort of about like whether or not I did well. He definitely gave me the like the disappointed, you know, like the disappointed, like I'm really disappointed that you're not doing as well as you are. It looks like you're not going to pass, and you may not, may not be able to graduate. It's like, oh well, fuck. He's like, I think he said something along the lines of like, I was kind of, I was kind of believing in you, dude. It's like, no. Like when an older Irishman is like, I believed in you and you let me down. It's like, well, fuck. You know? Yeah. Shit you not, the computer science teachers were either an underqualified teacher or who did math mainly correctly, or a crazy person who would lob a fucking mug across the class. See, mine... Well, we didn't really have a computer science... We don't really have a computer science guy. We had like a... I was in credit recovery a lot. Would it surprise anyone to know that I was not a very good student at all? Shock no one. But I was in credit recovery. So you basically just did like computer testing basically to get your credits back, right? So you could actually graduate. And I don't even remember his name. I remember a lot of names, not this guy though. But he was like a full-on hippie, like from the 60s hippie. Like came to school in like rode a bike to the school every day, in flip-flops basically, in class. Like full-on hippie. Wise for a hippie. Good dude for a hippie. Oh, not 69. But like, that's what I got for essentially what would have amounted to a computer science, teacher. I didn't have anybody that would lob a mug across the class. In middle school, I had a history teacher that basically didn't want to be a teacher, what she wanted to do was relive the glory days of like popularity of youth, and so would make friends in a really uncomfortable way, like with like a lot of the what you would consider the popular kids at the time in like 8th grade. Like, in retrospect, really uncomfortable. She also made me call my mom in the front of the class because I didn't do my homework. That was not great. Yeah, that lady was a bitch. And I think she became the vice principal. Like the year after I left. Yeah, that lady put me under some fucking duress, like genuinely. Full blown coming from a commune. He might well have been in a commune at some point, yeah. Could have been. I remember seeing a photo of him with the long ass like hippie hair too. And it wasn't even that long ago. Math department in my school was neat, generally good people. Yeah, same. Like it was the, oh dude, I had a biology teacher that was an asshole in like the funniest way. I had known him for years because he was basically part of an after-school like program like in my middle school, but he was a biology teacher in my high school, and I got to have him for like 2 different years because of he also taught like a separate elective type class, so that was really fun. But dude, he was the kind of guy to play pranks, like actual fucking pranks on the kids. There was one girl who was deathly afraid of spiders. Much like I, right? So one of the first things he fucking does is, because he was annoyed at her for being on her phone and shit during the class, and would basically just be gone for like 20 minutes, you know, taking her phone with her. First thing he does is when she goes up to use the bathroom, he puts a fake spider right on the door. Because it's like one of those like bar doors that you have to like push to open the door, like with like both hands basically, or just like one like really good weight to it. But it's like instead of like an actual like doorknob or a latch, it's basically like a single bar that you press to undo the latch. So he put a big old fucking spider toy right on it, right where you're gonna put your hand. The yelp was priceless. It was priceless. That is evil and I approve. Yup. And he would just fucking roast people. Like, you know, it's like it's kind of like cringe to like, you know, I don't know, it sort of feels cringe now to say like, oh, he's roasting people. It's like, no. He was like stop, they're already dead. It was awesome. And he's doing pretty well. I from what I hear. He's very smart guy. Very smart. And that's probably why he was too powerful. Let's see, I'm still pissed. I could have had a crazy blind guy as my first period teacher. He was hilarious and gave 0 fucks. Probably got too ill to continue. Oh, I want a crazy blind guy. Just fuck off, Trumby. Yeah. There's a part of me, you know, it's one of those things that this is a very cliche thing for a lot of people where it's like I miss like my days in high school or whatever, you know. Lots of people will say that, and they miss it for various reasons, but for me it's legitimately just like I really do miss just how simple it was, and also how like just I miss a lot of these classes more than anything. I miss a lot of the teachers. Very bored teacher. He was definitely very bored. He was definitely very bored because we were all retarded. I honestly don't. I love being an adult. I mean, yes, there's lots of different, you know, there's always pros and cons with both of them, but I mean, just like, I don't know. I like there's always a part of me that's like, I miss those classes. It'd be kind of interesting to go and, you know, meet some of these teachers again, like as an adult. But at the same time, it wouldn't be the same, you know. It wouldn't be the same because now you're an adult. You're basically they look at you as if, you know, sure, you're a former student, but it's like, you know, it's different now. It's a completely different dynamic. It's different. But like when you like, I don't know. I miss being at. It's gonna be a weird way of putting it, but I kind of miss being like. I don't have a better way to put this other than, like, I miss basically being their hostage for an hour and a half. And all the crazy shit they would do sometimes. Sometimes they'd be absolutely boring. But, like, for some of those teachers it was entertainment the whole day. Or the whole class, I should say. And it was, I was learning as well, it was good stuff. I don't know. Again, it's a weird way to put it. I miss the structure. Yeah, absolutely. I really, really do. But I found myself in a strange place where I do hate being under authority. I do hate being under authority, like other than my own. But I also need the structure. I'm a walking contradiction in a lot of ways, and that is one of them. Like, don't tell me what to do, but also, like, bro, I'm fucking bored. What do I do for the next hour and a half? Oh, here, thanks. It's like, you know what it is? Yeah, I mean, that is sort of the thing. It's like, it's not exactly the authority, it's the example, I would say, yeah. But what it really comes down to is, like, I hate being, like, and the key word here is I hate being managed. You know what I mean? Like, I hate being managed. It's I don't know. It's hard to explain, like, to go beyond that in a way that would be, like, but it kind of it speaks for itself, just the word itself. You kind of instantly know it. It's like, I really, really hate it, though. Like, most people hate it, and it's a very obvious thing. It's a very common thing, but it's like there's managing, and there's also and also micromanaging drives me up a fucking wall faster than anything else, I think. But I don't know. Yeah, I'm probably, like, a little outside of my depth of what I'm exactly trying to say or what I'm trying to articulate here. It's just, point is, and I accidentally retracted a message. No, it's alright. I read it. That's basically what I was responding to. And luckily, it's okay. It's on the screen. We're good. We're good. Even if you retract, you can't hide. Okay. Speaking of phone, I had a text come in just now. Touchscreen sucks, and I shall insist that until the day I die. I'm starting to get there myself. I like the so it's funny where touchscreens are very, very useful. They're very, like, they're so useful for, like, organizing and management in some ways. I need a hybrid. I need a hybrid that does both. I need physical buttons for my keypad, honestly, and I need physical buttons for my keypad, and I need like touchscreen for like management for some things, because there's so many times, like when I'm playing Pokemon, for example, where I'm legitimately like, I wish this was just a regular touchscreen where I could go like this, you know, move this here, and then boop, boop, you know, that sort of shit. There's so many times where I wish that was a thing. But yeah, you give us a BlackBerry with a touchscreen. Yeah. I don't even care. Like, give me a fucking peripheral. If you want me to fucking plug in like through a little USB adapter at the bottom, give me a little fucking peripheral to give me a keyboard. I don't even care. Just give me a goddamn keyboard. Like, I could type. So I had like a little flip. It wasn't quite a flip phone, but it was one of those slidey ones, right? A lot like a BlackBerry, except it was the keyboard was horizontal, so you would basically hold it, you know, with your two hands here, and it would be, you know, long ways. I could type so fast on that thing. I could type so fast on that little fucker. On a touchscreen, and I used to be so good with a touchscreen. I used to. And then I got, like, I think I muscle memoried too close to the sun, because I got really used to one particular keyboard on, like, it was like an LG G4, like back in like 2016. Yeah, the one where you slide the keyboard out. Yeah, basically. And then that thing died, and so I had to get a replacement. And ever since that replacement, I have never been able to type properly or consistently ever again. Even like 2 or 3 phones later, it's nothing but typos. I have not typed in a fucking password to like my bank account correctly, like the first try since I got that bank account. It's so frustrating. I'm starting to really, like, I'm starting to really feel sort of like a Luddite in the way that it's just like, I hate like a new fancy schmancy technology. I hate it. We need to go back. Give me a keyboard. Give me a sliding keyboard, and like, I don't mind the touchscreen. I don't mind the option. But give me a fucking physical slidey keyboard. That's all I want. I just want a slidey keyboard. Plus, they're fun to play with. That's, you know, it does introduce a point of failure, but still, let me play with it. Found that I'm getting better with it. Used to be a lot slower. I mean, I'm fast. I fat finger everything. That's the problem. I'm fast, but I'm not precise. And it's also really easy for me to just leave out words. Ah, okay. Not under 100. Lame. Leaving out words is a me and Twitter thing. Mm-hmm. Or me in a YouTube comment. It just... I'll leave a YouTube comment and it'll be really fucking long, and then I go sing a bunch of words that's spelled wrong, and I've opened myself to any and all criticism because of it. Like, oh boy. Now I'm a fool. Not that I already wasn't one. Oh my god, where's the... Why is this a thing? Why can I encounter other things? What? But why? Why does not brick? It's more proofreading. Yeah. It okay. It's fucking possessive iPhone. And there is the autocorrect coming in right there as well. Yep. It's kind of a perfect display right there as well. It may not have been the exact, it may not have been the exact, example, but it still illustrates the point. Oh, that's kind of a crazy, like, basically a little screenshot there I could have nabbed. That would have been cool. It's like, I wish spell check, like, autocorrect is one of those things where it's like, spell check is one thing, but autocorrect is like, it's one thing where it's like, I wish it was smarter. Like, I don't want to turn it off because I will genuinely, there will be a time, like, within 20 minutes where I turn it off, where I will need it because I'm like, I don't know how to spell this. This is, how the fuck do you spell this word? But then, if you leave it on, it's constantly fighting. Like, I meant to spell this, god damn it. And suddenly it turns, I don't know, fucking phylactery into, it turns phylactery into syphilis. It's that kind of shit. It's just, I've typed out certain words and they just completely like autocorrect into something entirely different. And it's really lame. Go back. But I can't turn it off because I will need it. I don't know. Stacka taka. Stack Attack actually really is just such a weird mon. Like, and its design is really, really good. It's like a really, really interesting design because it's just like every brick has an eye. It's just like it's like I can't tell if it's genuinely like what. Okay, hello, shiny Buneary. We'll take you. Hi. Hey, shiny Buneary. That's not what I'm looking for. Not quite. It's not, but I'm cool with this. I need to actually Buneary use some. I need to see what Buneary learns at this level because I have a feeling it's gonna have either jump kick. Okay, so at 55, it's gonna have Entrainment, Charm, After You, and Dizzy Punch. Okay, this is gonna get interesting. So I need to do skill swap immediately. You're gonna have Harvest. And you're just... I don't actually need to... I honestly don't even need to do much of anything other than, like... I don't need to go through the whole, like, tech here. I can basically... I think we're good. I can just sit here and soak it. But that's a Buneary. I don't think I have a regular, like, Buneary at all. I'm not sure. We'll just go ahead and we'll hit you with Soak. I don't think it really matters. I'm just going through the whole loop here. And then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna hit you with Spore. Yeah, actually, I didn't need to use Soak at all. I could have just used Spore. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about that. Don't worry. Cool. Alright, we'll do another False Swipe. Yeah, so it shouldn't know Jump Kick at all. It should be fine. Cool. I genuinely have no idea if I have you yet. But, even if I don't, or even if I do, I'm putting you in a Luxury Ball. You're going in. Cool. Let's it's now in the party. Well, we're gonna leave you without a nickname for now. We'll come up with something. We'll come up with something in a minute here. Fascinating. Okay, cool. Cool. Free shiny Buneary. Look at you. Adorable. Okay, we have to go and we'll come back here in just a minute then. While we're out then, since we have an excuse to step away, we're gonna head out to the Aether Paradise. We're just gonna head out to the Aether Paradise. We're gonna buy some more balls just because we have the excuse to. But that was cute. Let's see. I use Spell Check, but I ignored using Pom Pom. What? I leave for a moment and you grab a shiny. Yup. We got a little Buneary. I'm gonna check real fast. I do have my Google Sheet. I really need to put this Google Sheet somewhere else. There we are. Go. You. Nope. Uppies. Okay, we'll put you, like, right there. There you go. I need to go ahead and Control F. Buneary. That is actually... I forget to delete the initial message. I was suggesting Pom Pom as a nickname. I like it. I like Pom Pom. I do. But this is our first shiny Buneary / Lopunny. This is our first one. So this, we actually get to update. I haven't done this in a fucking minute, have I? Do I have a... I don't think I have an like a window for this. Yeah, I don't have a window for this. Well, regardless, you can't see it, but I'm adding a check mark to our Buneary in the spreadsheet, which I believe should still be linked in the description. So you can go see that, I suppose. Ooh, you know what else I can do? Type Null. I can also do it for Silvally. Have I done it for Verizian? I have. Poihole. I've done it for Nihon. Have I done it for Thunderous? I have for regular. And I should have regular Tornadus as well. Let's see, do we have Mesprit? I do have Mesprit marked as well. Helioptile. Or I guess it's... what is it? Heliolisk. Apparently I do have you marked as well. Hippowdon I do have marked as well. Good to know. Okay. I'm shockingly up to date on this. Yeah, accidental Buneary indeed. Worth. So worth that I was actually still recording for that, so that's cool. I have to keep that one as well, I guess. I don't think I'm actually that worried about keeping that one. That one's fun though. All right, and I think do you heal? No. Do you heal? Ah, how many would I like? 10. This is going to be really slow. I think we'll be fine with... we're going to say like 80. Now let's just keep going to 100. I think this will be 80. And then we have to talk to you again. I don't know why I can't buy these like 100 apiece. Why can't I select how many there? Okay. All right, last one. And why aren't I getting like a fancy like thing as well, like a like I would with a Premier Ball? Okay, no. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna stop by. Ooh, it's like sunset basically. That's cool. We are gonna go ahead and wrong inventory again. Wrong menu. Head back over here as well to Pony. You don't need to heal or anything, but I just want to make sure I've got, just because I can. Should be easy. I'll have to go back through here and also take a look at Barbaracle? I did mark Barbaracle as well. Huh, okay. One day I'll learn. One day I will learn. And yeah, that's the wrong place. That's annoying. Okay, well, it's just gonna be faster to just walk here, I think. Do I have bull? I do have bull. I have bull. I have fist thing. I have Neum. There was Wimpod on floor over there. Okay. We'll save our game yet again. Alright. Just kidding. I was premature. Whoa, what did I do? I have no idea what I did, but I need to move out of that window immediately. Right, I needed to make sure I was actually still recording. There we go. Or make a new recording. I think that was my first, like, regular, like, overworld shiny in this game, period. Like, I've gotten a couple shinies, right, from doing the, you know, ultra wormholes and stuff, so where the odds are just incredibly boosted. But I think that was like, basically my first overworld shiny. Like, obviously, Shiny Charm kind of came in and, you know, influenced things. But I will take the funny Buneary. Bro, I'm still mad about missing the Feebas. The Feebas Mass Outbreak event. I'm still salty. I can't stop thinking about it. I'm still mad. Like the thing that's available now is like, all right, cool, whatever. You know, the Glimmet Glamora. We might have to take a bit of a break at some point and do some more of that. I haven't done any Switch stuff in a really long time, so. You know, you're right. It could be, you could say that that is my luckiest, yeah. In this game so far, yeah. It would have gone even harder if it, like, was pre-Shiny Charm, but, I mean, that's pretty fucking dope. So, you know, something that's going to be interesting is with the way that there might actually be some hope. So thinking about it now with the bank stuff, there might actually be some hope with how a lot of these, not just event distributions, but a lot of the, like, basically with bank shutting down, we won't be able to transfer anything over to home, like by hacking or whatever. That is, until the games officially re-release on the Switch. When the games re-release on the Switch, you'll probably be able to just directly clone them. You'll be able to directly clone them and copy them over into the like the modern, like, re-release or whatever. So you'll have to be a little bit more industrious, but it'll probably fucking work. Now, admittedly, moving them, you know, into home to, like, other things, not gonna be easy, not gonna be fun. But like, if you could basically, like, for example, let's say they release, you know, Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire on the Switch, and they do some stuff with it. It will likely be exactly the same game in terms of, like, you know, and how it's actually built and how like the Pokemon like legal data will be implemented. So what you could basically do, especially considering like at some point the Switch 2 will be cracked. Someone's going to have a homebrew for the Switch 2 at some point. It's going to happen. If Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire only, you know, end up being like a Switch 2 only, you know, release from digital only release on the eShop, okay, fine, cool, whatever. What you could still probably do, like at some point, whenever the Switch 2 is hacked and, you know, broken open, you can, you know, put on your custom firmware and you can directly edit your save files. That'll be when we can just copy things over directly from like our, like, you know, emulated copy or whatever, and just directly into the Switch version, and then they'll be able to be put in home. That's probably going to end up being the workaround for this. That's probably going to end up being the workaround for, so the very moment we wind up with, like with Diamond and Pearl and Black 2, White 2, the moment we start getting these games back in here, there will be an opportunity to start ribbon hunting, like doing Ribbon Master Challenge again. Once all of these different games are made available, and after Bank is shut down, it will inevitably become a thing. It's just going to be a pain in the ass, a really, really big pain in the ass. You know, and that's another thing. Gen 3 doesn't have reverse like compatibility with Pokemon Home, I imagine, because of the physical special split. What about Gen 4 though? And then bring things back and forth? I doubt it. It's probably gonna, you know, be as is, but like it's possible. Because I mean, at the end of the day, like there's not really that much that's different other than some like base stat changes maybe with some mons, and then maybe some abilities. But I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, you could do it. You could do it. Absolutely, it could happen. There might be a sliver of hope for a lot of this stuff. It's going to be way more annoying, but you will be able to recover a lot of these mons, I think. There will come a day when it is possible. Because like, as it stands right now, you're kind of just shit out of luck. If you wanted to transfer things to home, if Bank shuts down, you're kind of just shit out of luck. Just because of the home ID that it requires. But if you basically just dupe it into the game it comes from already, but like on the Switch, just send it to home from there. I don't know. Could work. And it wouldn't be that hard to just kind of transfer you could also just directly transfer the save file too. I don't know. We just really need to crack the Switch 2 is basically what I'm figuring. It's not as easy as it was for the Switch 1. I wonder how like... That's assuming those games will only come out for the Switch 2 and not the Switch 1. I assume that way. I assume that way specifically for the reason of the... So it all depends on how they implement the dual screen. It's entirely dependent on that, because if they do the dual screen with a separate peripheral, it'll probably only be Switch 2, because the Switch 2 has an extra like USB port on the top that you could plug in a peripheral screen. Maybe you could get away with it being on the bottom, but then you kind of basically render it to be handheld only, you know? And then also, like, with it being a dual screen, like, you know, even then you can't really play it like docked either. So it's either that, or they basically redo the games to basically put the bottom screen on the top screen somehow. Or they do like a side-by-side, which would be weird. I don't know. I don't know how they're planning on doing that. Because their handheld kind of killed the other handhelds. Because it doesn't have a second screen. How would they even even with the peripheral, like how would they do it in docked mode? How would they implement that for docked mode? Huh. They'll probably do side by side. Last thing they want to do, they want is more hardware that is likely going to be quite pricey for a few games. It would open the door to a lot of re-releases that they could do. It would, like, doing, like, side by side would just kind of suck. But yeah, that's probably how it would work, like, in docked mode, yeah. It's just gonna look ugly as hell. It's just gonna be looking ugly, man. So what you could probably, like, what they probably do then, like I can, because they do have a patent though, and obviously patent does not mean guaranteed product. It's just a patent, right? But they do have a patent for a peripheral, like, second screen basically that can then fold in. I think. But it's one of those things where it's like it does open a lot of doors for a lot of DS and 3DS titles. Like, it would pave the way for Ocarina of Time 3D if they weren't already doing Ocarina of Time Remastered. I would still like to have Ocarina of Time 3D, to be honest. Majora's Mask 3D as well. Oh, and like I actually really want to see a Majora's Mask remake, like in the same vein as like the weird, uncomfortably hyper-realistic, you know, Zelda they're doing for Ocarina of Time. I don't know. Like an $80 peripheral would be very painful, but it would also kind of fall in line. Hopefully it'd be like 60, but I mean, let's be real, it's gonna be 80. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I'm really not, like, if it ends up being side by side, that would be terrible. That would actually be horrendous. But it is probably the safest option, especially for docked. So, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Regardless, like, yeah, you're not wrong. It could very well you could easily run the 3DS games on the Switch, no problem, especially if you're not doing like improved frame rate bullshit. You don't need to run 60 frames for a lot of these. It's fine. It's okay. Like 30 is fine. We're good. It's not ideal, but I mean, it's fine. It's fine. You know? You could also make a peripheral sort of like the Wii U, where the bottom screen is the one you connect to the Joy-Cons on the that's also a good call. That's actually the best way of doing it. That's the best way of doing it. Put it on the Joy. You know what's so funny is I was actually looking back at one of my old Shiny reaction video clips that I posted like a year or two ago now. I think it was the Type Null one, the first Type Null. Because I was in the middle of describing that I wanted to be able to take this, like my little phone with my touch portal thing on it, and I wanted to basically connect it on top of my controller like this, just so that I could hit the button so I don't have to have it on my desk and all this bullshit. I was in the middle of describing that right when the Shiny popped, but it's so funny that is exactly the same idea, essentially. That is essentially the same idea. Just making the Wii U gamepad again. Dude, and that's it. That's how you do it. And that's how they do it. They make the gamepad again. They make a peripheral for your Joy-Cons to slot into, and it's like a separate thing. And that's when we get the re-release of Wind Waker HD and Twilight Princess HD, because they relied so heavily, not entirely, but they did rely a lot on the Wii U gamepad. This is it. That's how you do it. Boom. Cause like we spent an entire like Switch like console generation going, where is Zelda? Where is Zelda and where is Zelda? That's how we get Zelda. Fucking hire me, Doug. I think he actually stepped down. I don't think Doug Bowser works there anymore. Homie got his bag and then took off. I wonder who actually does run Nintendo of America right now. That's not a Stack-a-Taka. Oh. It's someone called Devin Pritchard. An American businesswoman who was the president and chief operating officer of, oh, it's the COO. Hold on. No, wait. No, it is the 5th president. Okay, so yeah. So the COO of Nintendo of America. And of course, the first woman to hold the tongue. She's a lawyer. This only means bad things. A doctorate in law. So, lawyer. Don't know if she's, you know, whether or not passed the bar is irrelevant, but I really need whatever is like tickling my nose. There's like a piece of like fuzz or something, whether it's like my own hair or just like, you know, fuzz in the air. It's just, it will not leave. It will not leave me be. And I think I accidentally hit the button and then hit the button again just now, so I think we're one ahead than where we should be, so. Yeah. So we're just gonna move on without that button that time. So let's see. Well, hire me whoever runs Nintendo of America. I agree. I'm with you there. I have so many good ideas. Mostly, just stop fucking over the consumer so they actually can buy your stuff. That's mainly that's the real one. That's the way we do it. Like, we don't need to be that profitable. It's okay. We need to be profitable. We need to make money. But we don't need to make, like, that much money, you know, to a point where, you know, everyone's just getting fucked over. I know their profit margins are absurd. I know they are. They have to be. This is also, by the way, one of the smallest Wikipedia articles I have ever seen. This is 1, 2, 3 paragraphs. For Devin Pritchard. There is no information on this person. Complete anomaly, complete unknown, which is kind of a good thing in a way, but also, who the fuck are you? Like, I get it, you've been working inside the company for like 20 years? Like, actually? For, you know, all different types of roles, but also, like, who the fuck are you? Let me cyberstalk your career. I need to know what I'm dealing with. And also make Nintendo games cheaper. Why am I still spending £30 for a 10-year-old game? Well, that is because... fuck you. At the very least, man, just copy Steam. Just copy Valve. Just copy what they're doing. Every single time they're like, oh, they're doing a summer sale? We should also be doing a summer sale. Why aren't we doing a summer sale? Why don't we do like regular good sales on good games? Like at absurd rates here. Absurd percentages. Like, why the fuck can I buy Pokemon fucking Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee at like full price on the eShop still? Why is this a thing? Like, and it like never goes down. We all miss Iwata. We all miss Iwata. And it wasn't perfect under Iwata. It's a lot of rose-tinted glasses. But things were genuinely better. There was like a heart and a soul. You know? It was like a heart and a soul was guarding the player. It's when they still called us like players rather than like consumers or something, because that's kind of how they'll refer to us now. They'll call us consumers rather than a customer or a player. You know. It was the heart and soul guarding us against the vampires. Nintendo were at their most litigious in terms of copyright. Oh, dude, it was bad. Like there was a time where it looked like you just couldn't do Pokemon Let's Plays anymore. Just because your channel would get copyright striked, not just claimed, but like striked to oblivion. There's that, there was the music as well. There was just time, they just did not want you playing their games on the internet. This is like 2014, 2015. That's when I remember it, at least. But like, I don't know. It felt like a weird aberration. It just felt like no, they're a Japanese company. They're very litigious. Like, okay, that like it's kind of a given, but also that's weird, and it seems. It doesn't seem like it doesn't happen very often, so it's not something we need to kind of worry about now. Now it's they are, I would say they're probably hated the least by the most people in gaming right now. But they're probably like the people that hate them like the most. You know? It's like there's probably more people angry at Sony, but the small amount of people angry at Nintendo really have a cold black hate for Nintendo. And it's not undeserved. Especially the Pokemon players. At least under him, we got the Wii, Wii U, 3DS, and even the Switch. I think even the DS as well. Which I think came out after his passing, but was definitely in development post Iwata is Switch 2. Yeah. And like the Switch 2 isn't even like, it's not groundbreaking, but it's not like genuinely offensive, like in a bad way. It seems like the next logical conclusion. I'm not mad. I don't have anything negative to say about the Switch 2. Now, granted, I don't own one. But it's one of those things where it's just like there's so much more going on around everything else with this company, or with Game Freak and the Pokemon company, and then also just Nintendo in general, what have you. There's so much going on around them. It just kind of like, despite the Switch 2 being genuinely good, or even, or you know, maybe even a little underwhelming, maybe just kind of, you know, yeah, where we're supposed to be, where it should be, right? Nothing blow my socks off kind of stuff. It's like all of that just gets completely tossed aside because of how much shit is surrounding Nintendo. Like, it wouldn't be nearly as bad if they didn't sue Palworld. It wouldn't have been nearly as bad. Everyone would still be giving Game Freak shit, deservedly. But it wouldn't have been nearly as bad if it wasn't for them suing Palworld like they have. Or I should say Pocket Pair, but... It's like, I think the Switch 2 is the least experimental design in the past 20 or so years. I don't know, like, as far as like, I don't see it as like, maybe. I think there's an argument to be said for the DS and the 3DS as well. Because sure, the 3DS the 3DS is basically a DS that can do 3D relatively well, and they had like a 3DS like thing, but like the 3DS slider like almost didn't work for most of the games, or if it did work, it was in specific sections for some games. And then when they revised the console, like with the new 3DS, they just got rid of it. The 3DS slider was, the 3D slider was just gone. So the only like genuinely unique thing about it was gone. I'd say the Switch 2, yeah, is literally just the Switch again, but with like a little bit better like rumble feature thing. I think the Wii to Wii U was probably the most experimental. More interesting, for sure. I don't know. And mouse controls nobody uses. That said, I've heard good things about the mouse controls. A little strange, but you know, once you get used to it, it's good. You know, I've not heard bad things about it. It's better in like, you know, FPS type things, of course, right? Even the Wii itself was very experimental and really thrust motion controls. Yes, 100%. Like it was such a hit that it spawned the Kinect and the PlayStation, was it the PlayStation Move, which had like the funny little like, you know, Wiimote basically with a little ball on it. Yeah, they were all aping off of the Wii because the Wii was such a hit. It was so underpowered compared to the other ones, but also like, who gives a shit? This is the most fun. That was probably their best console like ever. Yeah, I would say probably the DS and the DS to the, like DS was crazy. You know, dual screen, handheld, like fits in your pocket with a touch screen was crazy for the time. Like 2005. It was like 2005. PlayStation Move, the thing that is only used with the VR headsets now. Yep. And in a sense, like, yeah, the PlayStation Move, it kind of like the Wii and the PlayStation Move kind of also like, in a weird way, kind of like was the architect for VR. And VR controls, I should say. Kind of strange when you think about that, actually. And the Wii was 2007. Yep. When did... You know, this is a question. This is a question. When did Iwata become president of Nintendo? 2002 until his death in 2015. Generational. Generational, like fucking W right there. Man. So that man was basically around for like sort of like the advent of like that was the like around the advent of the GameCube. Like we had the N64 it like beyond like 2000 like well 2000. I think we got the GameCube around 2002, somewhere around that range. $55 years is 55 years old at time of death is fucking, that is depressing as hell. That's not a stack attack, that's a bug. That's a squish type. Wrong buttons. Yeah. Yeah. So he oversaw the Wii, like the Wii U, like... Tug. Do you remember... Okay, first of all, do you remember when E3 used to be a thing? That was crazy. Back in my day, E3 was where you saw the new video game trailers. Ooh. But no, do you remember fucking... Like, and Reggie left, like, what, 5-10 years? Yeah, roughly. Yeah. It was a little while ago now. But do you remember the fucking, like, when they were showcasing, Smash 4 for the Wii U? And basically Reggie and, yeah, weirdly miss E3? Yeah. I mean, we have E3 now, just under a different name, under the Summer Games Fest now. And, like, everyone else does their own little, you know, every console does their own little, you know, presentation. So we still get E3, just not, like, not E3. And we also get E3 at Christmas time now with the Game Awards. So there's that. But yeah, no, like, do you remember when Iwata and Reggie, like, were showcasing Smash 4? And they basically did, like, a fucking, like, a DBZ fight? To showcase the new Mii fighter that was a thing? It was so good. So good. Like, Nintendo pulled out all the stops during those presentations back in E3 and all those in those days, like where you had fucking Iwata just come in and go, and he did, like, and there was like weird air effects going on, like it was like some sort of like zoom effect. He's like, fucking, you gotta go rewatch that. You gotta go rewatch that. Yeah, fuck E3, sure, yes. But also, like, some of the best things that came out of E3 were fucking peak. Some of the best trailers, some of the best just fucking skits, frankly, honestly. At that point, I don't know if skit is the right word, but like the little presentations were just amazing. Did we get the Elder Scrolls 6 announcement at an E3? Did we get Elder Scrolls 6 at E3? The game we still don't even know the title of? Officially? I think it was one of the last ones, yep. Because I think we stopped doing E3 basically because of COVID. I think it was a COVID casualty. Like, it was already kind of like, it was already kind of dying, but it was like COVID was the nail in the coffin, essentially. Just like everything else fun and enjoyable in our lives. Like going to Walmart at 2 o'clock in the morning. Where else are we going to see the crackheads? Anyway. And the answer is Denny's. Moving on. But it's... I do weirdly miss E3. But at the same time, like I said, it's basically just like... We still get like... We still have, like, Nintendo's Treehouse Live around the same time of Summer Game Fest, and then we have, like, an Xbox Presents every year, and then there's also a PlayStation State of Play, which is effectively just Nintendo Directs as well. So we get Nintendo Directs as well, but then we have, like... We have, like, gaming convention announcement type things constantly, and as you say, Gamescom is still coming around, yep. And we also have PAX. We have PAX East, and we have, like, what is it, is it PAX West? I don't know. We have like 2 different PAX things, and then we have like all these different other conventions. Like you have like a Chinese one, you have a Japanese one. Correction, currently happening. Oh. E3 wasn't really for us, though. It was for developers and game journals. True. Both of which should be bullied mercilessly. Yep. I don't know why I hit the button, but we're gonna find that Zakataka here in a second. Yeah, by the end, it really did get cringe. Yeah. We really need... Now, again, only time will tell if this will be a good take, you know? Only time will tell, but currently, not a bad take. We really need more of our, like... We have, like... The Xbox lady right now, Asha, basically putting the boot on the metaphorical necks of, like, everyone at Xbox right now and firing people left, right, and center, and also making sure that we, you know, apparently Elder Scrolls 6 is playable. It exists right now, apparently. Also forgot to put the button there. According to her, like, there's an 8-character title for it, so, you know. Is it real? I don't know. Point is, we need more of that. I could, you know, I could get with more, like, industry firings. I'm okay with that. As long as we don't replace them with, you know, more of what causes the problem in the industry. You know, that is my stipulation. Fire all of the people that create the problem. Do not replace them with the people who create the same problems or other problems. Make good games again. That's what I would like to see. Yes, thank you. Well, all besides Halo Studios for the mess that is Halo campaign of all. Yes. That said, I think she did just kind of like... I think she did just kind of like... annihilate them a little bit after that game came out and it sucked. But I'm not terribly positive on that one. I know the game came out and they basically, like, it's not good. And so they're already getting, like, at least they're getting partially canned, I think. I could be wrong, though. Yeah. I'm okay. And more developer bullying. I'm okay with this. Nothing that would, you know, invite any legal repercussions on my end. Nothing to that extent. But getting them mocked mercilessly? Yes. That's fine. I want an expo that's basically nothing but playable demos for upcoming releases and no journo privileges either. I agree. I agree. Like, I like, we have the Game Awards. The Game Awards is like a fucking... The Game Awards is basically where we get all the cool, fancy, like, information now. For, like, the new games being announced and everything. But then we also, like... That is also where they showcased High Guard. And High Guard was basically another fucking Concord. It came out, and it sucked. And nobody fucking plays it. And they went... From the developers from the studio that made Titanfall 2. Please buy it. Please buy MOBA. Or it may not have been a MOBA, but you know what I mean. It's like a fucking Overwatch clone. It's like Apex. But Overwatch. The core studios unaffected and the contractors were leaving the Halo studios. Okay. That's unfortunate. There needs to be more repercussions. I want a lot of the old heads back. But also, I know that even if we get them back, we won't have the same spark. This is why I'm so, like... even last year, I don't think we got anything for what is it, N7 Day or whatever, for Mass Effect. We got like no information. It was last year and the year before, there was like no information for the new Mass Effect that's supposed to be coming out, whatever. And it's like, after Dragon Age the Veilguard, I don't think I want it anymore. I want a continuation of the story, a good one. I want, you know, what's picking up the pieces and finding Shepard, who's clearly still alive at the end of Mass Effect 3. It's obvious. You can see him brief. He go, and he wake up. He breathe. I have blue alien women to get back to, okay? And I don't even mean Liara. Anyway, the point is, I have people to get back to. I need my Mass Effect 4. However, I know my Mass Effect 4 is gonna fucking suck. It's gonna be painful. It's gonna be plagued with millennial quip writing. I don't want highlight reels or pre-rendered cutscene bullshit. Playable demos with no faff or fuss. Yes. Game Awards is Jeff Keighley going, hey, Kojima has a new game. And I'm not mad about that because Kojima fucking cooks, okay? I may not have played a single one of them, but I've certainly watched a few of these playthroughs. And I want Kojima, just let Kojima have all the feet he needs, okay? Just let him cook. It's fine. Nothing horribly wrong happens when Kojima gets a new game. It's okay. And, you know, waiting for the industry to crash. Yeah, at this point, I'm waiting for it too. I'm waiting for AI and the industry to crash. And then welcome to the Weedony Joss Galaxy. Excuse me. Considering that Saudi's own EA, we might get nothing. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. However, I think on that note, we've hit 200 encounters. I don't even know why. We're gonna do one more. We're gonna do one more. But we've hit 200 encounters here. It's been about 3 hours or so. And that is unfortunately not our friend. But I think it is time to wrap things up here. I could keep going, but I think this is getting to me, and I need to not play Pokemon for a few minutes. And we got our main goal for the day. We're good. I'm going to make another thumbnail, another SpongeBob thumbnail with Stack Attack It. I already have it in mind. It is genius. You're gonna, you know, you'll like it if you actually, I don't know, who cares? But, yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. So, I hope everybody has a fantastic day, week, month, or life. I'll see you all next time. I think we'll be playing some more Power World tonight, as in Thursday evening, because I think it's Thursday. Is it Thursday? It is Thursday. I don't know what day of the week it is right now. If I didn't have this calendar, I wouldn't be able to tell you. But yes, so we'll be doing some more Power World as far as I'm aware. That'll be fun. That'll be good. And then we'll do some more shiny hunting, and I'll have my thumbnail ready by Friday. Yes. So, yeah. As per usual, fantastic day, week, month, or life, and I will see you all next time. Because I think I already said it, so I'm doing it really fast now. Anyway, have a good night, everybody. Or day. Bye.